activities, Green Nature and Brownie. Within the 4 minutes, we will go through the need assessment, solution, outcome, action plan of each project. Then we will highlight the site criteria matching. Let's start with Green Nature. Ho Chi Minh City is the center of economy, culture, and education in Vietnam. However, with rapid urbanization and low environmental awareness, the city is facing a huge long-term problem. We assign you a decided gap to challenge and turn it into a project named Green Nature. Most people think that an environmental project should deal with polluted air or sewer treatment. Nevertheless, Green Nature was started with the purpose of changing the mindset of young generation who are the key agents of our development toward the environment.
With the result from system by in primary and high school in Ho Chi Minh City, we realized that most people really want to contribute to environmental protection, but only 4 out of 75 activities in school are related to environment. And that's the reason why we choose students in those schools to carry out this project.
And how do we run the process? For primary school, 115 students were educated how to save energy in terms of electricity and water by using environment notebook. After 16 follow, 5,500 kilowatt-hours of energy has been saved. In high school, we have created a program named Green Zone, including Think Green and Do Green. Think Green is a process directing to create the ideas of protecting the environment for students, while Do Green aims at turning ideas into action and forming the habit.
Firstly, Think Green transfers the environmental knowledge to students through exciting games and guiding them how to be friends with the environment by utilizing waste to make the recycled products. Furthermore, high school students involved in training several essential skills such as teamwork, financial management, marketing, and sales. Secondly, Do Green provides chances for those students to apply what they have learned in Think Green. With the support from SIFE and the sponsor from Live and Learn, those students can design their own stand in Green Show Recycling Festival Day to sell the recycled products.
Up to now, we have established 3 Green Zone programs in Trung Trinh, Phung Vuong, and Lê Hồng Phong High School. We attracted over 5,300 students, especially South Juliet, together with high school students who involved in Think Green, have participated in 80 environmental events such as Green Summer Day, Youth Creation Day in Binh Vuong Province, and Green Consumer, who attracted over 2,500 participants.
And here is the outcome of Green Nature project.
In quantity, at primary school, 9 million Vietnam đồng have been saved from energy reduction. At high school, with the GEN program and Green Shows, we brought a comprehensive successful result this year. The students have made 1.7 million Vietnam đồng profit from selling recycling products. Furthermore, all the decoration from the festival are reused and recycled materials. By doing so, 80% of the cost, which equals 4.2 million Vietnam đồng, was saved. And all those money are reinvested to develop the environmental activities. Now, let's see how the students spend those money.
Chương trình đó tụi em dự định sẽ hỗ trợ kinh phí cho các dự án khoa học, như vậy vấn đề những nguồn năng lượng sạch, những cái sản phẩm tiết kiệm năng lượng và những sản phẩm chủ yếu cuộc sống hàng ngày.
In quality, we have changed the environmental mindsets for students as well as the participants. They are not only passionate in making change, but also spending the saving usefully. A teacher shared.
In summary, with all the activities we implemented in both primary and high school, we brought back to the society 14.9 million Vietnam dong. Nearly 12,000 people participating in our activities were also impacted, including 1,900 people directly. With the message, let's be a responsible consumer, interested in making contribution by using the recycling products.
From now on, we look forward to our future, our action plan.
Within the next assessment, we will follow up the students in the three high schools to organize results as an annual event. Our objective is that the program will attract 4,500 students next year.
After that, our project will be completed, but we still remain free to for key members to contact them and transfer the show format to high school students who need to organize results.
From talk
To action!
Together,
we can build knowledge.
Welcome to our second project, Brownie. When enjoying a cup of coffee to take a moment out of our busy life, have you ever wondered where the coffee comes from? When we started asking, we asked more. Vietnam is the second largest coffee exporter in the world. But why coffee farmers still have difficult lives? In most places, coffee trees are almost too old and so easily impoverished. That means the quality of your mixed coffee is limited or worse, it is decreasing. But why there is still no practical action? We SIFE started Brownie project in order to accompany with coffee farmers to get better life and would do the modern and sustainable coffee agriculture.
According to surveys in Long Ha and Duc Minh, we realized that the coffee farmers need expertise in cultivation technique and they don't know who and where to get the reliable information. They need an effective information channels. Beyond these things, 90% of them have a broad need, that is improving the soil quality, but they don't have any effective method. On the other hand, most of the coffee schemes are born or true to their farm that don't harm their soil. With the motto, guide people in need to grab the challenge and turn to opportunities, we decided to respond to the demand by starting micro-organic fertilizer program, which is the most effective solution for the impoverished soil. With that, we will bring them expertise to help them create economic value while solving the social and environmental problem.
How micro-organic fertilizer works? This eco-friendly method can improve the impoverished soil effectively and make the coffee tree stronger. Therefore, the productivity and the quality of coffee will increase for many next crop. And how can the farmer get micro-organic fertilizer? They usually buy from store. Actually, they can utilize the coffee skin to make one, which is more productive. According to experts, 1 ton of micro-organic fertilizer they make, which costs 1 million Vietnam dong, can replace 2 tons of those they buy, which cost 5 million Vietnam dong. So, with 1 ton of micro-organic fertilizer making, we can save 4 million Vietnam dong. In addition, we can reduce the amount of chemical fertilizer. That also leads to an extra saving for farmers.
Now, let's see what we have done. In 2010, we began the program in Long Ha with the tipping points model. First, we cooperated with Mr. Nguyen, who is the technical expert and the chairman of GAN company supplying engine for making micro-organic fertilizer. Secondly, we organized a seminar to instruct those farmers how to make the fertilizers utilizing the coffee skin. Then, the farmer will apply the knowledge to practice with the progressive support from Mr. Nguyen. And the result is that the number of households involved expanded in 3 consecutive years, from 5 to 17 and to The quantity of microorganic fertilizer increased from 16 to 55 and to 81 tons in 2012.
Last year, we expanded our project to Đắk Nông, one of the poorest provinces in Vietnam, and the soil is impoverished seriously. However, the farmers here have an extraordinary desire to change their life. Continuing with success in Lam Hang, we applied this model to 3 households in Đức Minh Commune, 3 tipping points. Especially this time, we have found out a local expert of cultivation technique, Mr. Yang, who have been side by side with us in our program there. And the results were amazing. There were 27 households involved and 131 tons of microorganic fertilizer were made. One of them is Mr. Wei, who applied what we transfer successfully, and he's saving up to 18 million Vietnam dollars last year. There were 3 more people reapply this model from Mr. Wei and had the same success.
And this year, there were 100 tons were made, 19 households involved. In fact, the figure is a decrease. And we decided to go back to find out what happened. You know that 2 small important steps in microorganic fertilizer process are mixing fertilizer and digging soil drainage for fertilizing. And the problem here is the manpower shortage for these 2 steps. We followed 3 potential households from May 2012 to ensure the process is absolutely effective, especially using the mechanics to solving the manpower problem. In particular, we use 2-wheel tractors, which are already available in every household, to mix fertilizer and use digging machines to dig drainage.
Beside microorganic fertilizer program, we also help farmers to increase their profit by strengthening their competitiveness. For example, we train them how to access yacafe.com to update market price and a lot of technical information. We also train them business financial skills so that they can use their money efficiently. Then we create a learning circle group for them to share knowledge monthly.
So, what we achieved in 2 years with a total of 383 tons of microorganic fertilizer, we created a saving of 1.5 billion Vietnam dong. Furthermore, the value of chemical fertilizer reduced about 54 tons with the price of 10 million Vietnam dong per ton. We also create an extra saving of 0.5 billion Vietnam dong. So the total saving we brought to the society is 2 billion Vietnam dong.
To reach all these achievements, we face with many challenges. These are finance and human resource in terms of transportation costs and finding net generation for brownie. So, how did we solve this?
First, in December 2010, thanks to Trung Corporation and other sponsors, we have a successful event, Student and the Coffee Story. We attract 2,000 students. We build a bridge among coffee farmer, expert, and the students. Second, we became one of 2 projects joining the final round, Tuổi Trẻ và Tổ competitions held by VTV6. On September 9, we will organize the event. We love Vietnamese coffee, and we expect it will attract 4,000 students in Ho Chi Minh City.
For finance, we are getting more support from our partners. And for human resource, we are not only inspiring youngsters in joining hands to build up modern and sustainable coffee agriculture, but also find that generation for brownie.
Here we come to Brownie Action Plans. First, we continue to support 3 tipping points above until May 2013. We complete our program here and we expect that from this tipping point, 6 others will be added and microorganic fertilizer will spread eventually to that main area. Secondly, we will support Mr. Yan in his new business, Body Yan Coffee Seedling Supply and Consulting Center.
And Mr. Yan, a local agriculture engineer, pioneered using new coffee seedlings and transfer them to local farmers. He realized a strong need of modern technique in coffee cultivation here. With a strong desire of Vietnamese modern agriculture, he started up the center to experience new type of coffee trees and sell them to local farmers with pre-cultivation consulting service. We South US will transfer to management knowledge and necessary skills to start and run this center efficiently. And by doing this, we miss our last assessment, effective information channel.
From Boston
To action!
Together,
we can
create a better future!
To enhance the community development, we run our project under the guidance of SIFE criteria.
For the first criteria, for first elements, economic, social and environmental factors in greenhouses, we have set the cost waste disposal for societies and change the environmental mindset for students. In greenhouses, farmers save 4 million Viet Dong per ton of fertilizer maize. And we also create a connection between farmer and expert in applying an eco-friendly farming techniques by utilizing the coffee skins.
For the second element, involvement, in Greenager, we train students to make recycled products, then they organize research events by their own with some basic business skills. We also follow them to hold their strategic events. In Brownie, farmers make fertilizer with guidance from experts and they share with others nearby. We also train them basic financial skills and internet access.
For people in need elements, we all do surveys to identify the actual demand that respond to their needs. In Greenagers, our people in need are students who want to make contribution protecting the environment and lack of opportunities to develop their soft skills. In Brownie, those are farmers who want to improve the soil quality and lack of information in cultivation technique and market price.
For the fourth element, with economic concept and entrepreneurial approach, we suggest transfer the business mindset to our people in need, such as creating a new business opportunity for students in Greenager, and comparing the benefit between buying and making microorganic fertilizer, as well as calculating the banking interest in Brownie. Furthermore, we use efficiently the business skill and create a partnership with Lean, Live and Learn, Kido and Minh Hao. While in Brownie, we apply successfully the tipping point model and create a partnership with Trung Nguyên Corporation, Viking Mechanical Company, and Wi-Fi Coffee Communities.
And for the last elements about quantitative results, in Greenagers, students have additional fun and knowledge in doing helpful activities. And in Brownies, in 2 years, we save for society 2 billion Viet Nam Dong. About qualitative results, in Greenagers, students have new chance to diversify their life and develop their minds by doing new activities. And in Brownie, farmers are more proactive in applying new techniques, update market price, and sharing knowledge to each other.
Everybody, remember, we usually say that when you give a man a fish, you're fed it for today. But when you teach the man to fish, you're fed it for a lifetime.
We, SIFE, proud to guide our people in need to grab the challenges and turn to opportunities.
Teaching only
We will now begin the question and answer period. Only judges may ask questions.
Thank you for your opportunity. I think first comment is that I think this is the first group that comply with the FAC regulation that you quote all your saving BND, which is compliment. My question is that given the I think for the first project for the Green Leisure, you are targeting at primary school and high school. What's your thought process that while you select the student in the university? And also, how can you affect the mindset of the parent of those primary pupils? Because my experience is that whenever you teach the primary pupil, right, when they go back home, the parents behave very differently. So then they say, then what's the point follow the new idea?
Thank you. We need a little time to discuss. Thank you, and now I answer your question. Our targeting people is that at primary school and in high school, we begin at the primary school because in a little generation and look forward to the future. From primary to high school, this is our future, our key agents of development. And we want to target on the primary first and to high school, and then we connect two groups by using the group of high school with environmental club to train the primary school again. And for the second factor of your questions is that how about the mindset? We know the mindset is really hard to change and really hard to measure if it is changing or not. So we begin at the awareness and we end at the behavior. In primary school, we want to help the behavior changing of primary school and change a little things like saving energy and water and turn off every this equipment in the house and the school. And we involve the parents and give every child a notebook with the signature of parents of the teacher. Every month we collect them with a compliment of the teacher, of the comment of parents, and how they change their behavior at home and school and class. For example, with all activities they did every month. Is it clear?
Okay, I have one question. Thank you for the presentation. My question is on the brownie. When I look at the sustainability proposal that you're putting here, it's more around the fundraising and running the project. My question is on how do you ensure that the farmers, despite the challenges that they face, will continue the microorganic farming or the fertilizer? Because it seems that, coming from the presentation, they've only tried it for a short period of time. Are you sure that they will continue to be?
Thank you. Need a little time.
Okay, I will answer your questions. First, this is the first step of our project. Just one program in our project that begin with the microorganic fertilizer, and we know that the exactly need of the farmer here is the information channel. So and they have a desire to change that like the farmer here. So we ensure that the farmer will continue to apply the microorganic fertilizer to enhance their copy crop. In addition, we have while we when we run in the project, we found a local expert, Mr. Yan. He can follow up the farmer here to help the farmer to do the microorganic fertilizer in the dry process.
And one more thing I want to add is that we carry out our program with people in need. Means that we survey about their need. They need to improve the soil, not just they have the problem and we advise them or something else they need, and we give them a right method. So they will apply it for a long time and they share with other nearby is a proof for our project is that it's really good and it can inspire to all, spread to all.
Thank you very much. My question regarding the Green Ages project. My first question is concerning the sustainability of the project. So when you're educating the primary students, how many times after your education that you come back to the school to observing their changed behavior, if at all? The second one is that about the authentic city. Changing behavior, as you mentioned, is very difficult. So to change people, you have to change yourself first. So can you tell us what you personally done to changing your behavior in terms of the environmental mindset? Thank you.
I'm sorry, your time has expired. Please join me in thanking